Hey, what's up, you guys? My name is Maori from Technical Depot, and I'm basically gonna explain to you guys in a very simple way what HTML is. Now, in my understanding, HTML is obviously hypertext markup language. That's what it stands for. But the way I can explain it best is here. If we open up a new text document, you know, a few hundred years ago, you had your friends, right? And you could say, "Hi, how are you doing?" And you could just you would write them a letter, like you just type stuff. And I mean, obviously, you can make your letter look pretty, not by adding color, but by adding bullet points. But other than that, you were really limited to what you could do and what hypertext markup language does. Well, what HTML does. It makes your message is really pretty. So it just gives you another way of formatting it by giving you commands. For example, here you have your paragraphs. I won't go in detail on what these tags mean. I won't actually go into them at all, but I'll explain what they do. So here, if you save it, it has to be .html because that's how you tell your computer it's HTML. But I'm gonna go ahead and open mine up, and I'll show you guys what it does. So here you go. This is the exact same thing. This is my little example HTML for this tutorial, and I'll be actually opening it up in a lot of tutorials. But here you have your little commands, and we'll actually go into detail on what hypertext markup language is. Now, according to techterms.com, here if I paste the definition, hypertext stands for hypertext is the text that links to other information. So by clicking on here, it will take you to a link. Clicking here, another link. It just gives you links. That's what hypertext is. So it is your very basic building block language. It is what many websites revolve around. It is the first language you need to learn if you're trying to learn code, in my opinion, and it is one of the easiest, thankfully. You can look at a lot of websites, HTML, simply by right-clicking and going to View Page Source. Now, before you guys go ahead and try this, I'll tell you guys right now that it is different for every web browser. If you're using this for Google Chrome, go right ahead. But if it's Internet Explorer, I'm sorry, I don't know how to do it. Just look it up. It'll take you 30 seconds to find it. But yeah, this is the HTML. And if you can actually take I had done this previously, and I took YouTube with HTML. So here it is, and I'll show you guys what it does. Sorry, that got in the way, And I just dragged in YouTube's HTML, and this is what YouTube looks like. Obviously there's some CSS here. I won't tell you guys what CSS means here. There's another tutorial for that out, but you can see a lot of YouTube's HTML, and you can actually learn off of a lot of that. Some tips I can give you guys on HTML when you're starting to do some of the tutorials we have here on Technical Depot. Make sure you keep your stuff very neat. Obviously, you can tell that this is very neat. But if we look at tech terms, HTML, you can tell that it's very neat, well organized. And it doesn't all have to be the same. There's not a specific way of organizing things because space has no value in HTML. Here we can open up your page source, and you can see that they have spaces in between things, but little spaces won't do anything at all. It's just a good way of keeping everything organized. Another thing you need to know is that you don't need a very nice computer or web hosting to practice HTML. All you need is, other than the obvious, determination and time, you need just your text editor, which I have a free text editor that was offered to me, and obviously your Internet Explorer or any kind of web browser. Tags, I need to explain to you guys what tags are. Now tags, here we have my HTML tag, and I'll explain to you guys this is my opening tag, this is my opening tag, and this is my closing tag. The reason I know is because it has my / right here. And you basically need your opening tag and your closing tag on almost everything. And it tells your web browser when to stop doing that certain command and when to stop. So here, you have your body tag, closing tag for body, and it basically tells your web browser here, start displaying everything between body, and here it tells it, okay, here, stop displaying anything between body, and that's basically that. Benefits of learning HTML first is that almost anything you learn in HTML will transfer over to a different language. So basically what I'm trying to say is, if you learn HTML, it will 9 out of 10 times transfer over to PHP or Java or CSS. It just works that way. So you need to keep that in mind. But yeah, guys, that is basically what HTML is. It is your building block to programming, to web development, and it's basically all your hyperlinks, all the clickable things in your web browser. I will go into further detail and explain every single tag there is to know about in HTML in these next few tutorials that you're gonna see, and we're gonna make sure you learn everything there is. So we'll make you the next Mark Zuckerberg. But anyways, guys, I hope you enjoyed this tutorial. My name is Mauri from Technical Depot, and I hope you guys all have a great day.